to a new video on my channel. Today's topic is mag welding. And of course, we're gonna try that out today with our Parkside PMSG 200A1. Okay, what do we need for that? Well, we need a gas. Okay, let's take a look at which gas we need. So I'm using this gas here, the Mix 18 with 82% argon and 18% carbon dioxide. And the active part in the gas is the carbon dioxide. Okay, what else do we need? We also need a pressure gauge. This is what it looks like. And this is the side that goes on the bottle, and this is where the gas hose goes, and this gas hose also goes into the back of our machine. Okay, it's important to screw everything on tight and always close the bottle right after welding, in case there are any leaks, so you don't lose the gas. Gas is expensive after all. It's also important to mention that you must use the correct contact tip, the contact tube. Make sure it has the right diameter. It definitely shouldn't be too large. And if it's too small, the wire won't go through. You'll notice that. Okay, then you'll definitely need some side cutters or combination pliers as accessories. It doesn't matter, as long as you can snip the wire. And a spray, to spray the nozzle, anti-spatter spray or super nozzle spray. And of course, work gloves and a good extraction system. Okay, so much for occupational safety. And of course, UV cream. You have to protect yourself with that too. Yes, UV rays are dangerous. Apply it well, don't forget. Okay, so what else do we need? We also need welding wire, of course. I'm using the G3SI1 here, and I have a 5 kilogram spool on it. You can use small spools too, but I think the price-performance ratio is much better with the large one, and the wire runs much smoother because it doesn't have as much of a twist as with the small spools. Okay, then you have to thread the wire correctly with the right side of the roller. So in this case, I have 0.8 wire, so you have to set it on the spool to 0.8 or 0.7 up to 0.9. Okay, well, and now let's take a look at the settings. So now we just have to set the polarity correctly. The last video I filmed was the flux-cored wire video. We had to connect the hose package to the negative pole there. Now we're doing MAG welding, so we have to do it the other way around. That means we're gonna swap the poles, which means the hose package goes back to the positive pole. And the ground, of course, to the negative terminal. So then, next, you obviously have to turn on the gas and set the correct flow rate in liters. The rule of thumb is wire diameter times 10 to 12 liters. So I have here now 0.8 wire on it, so times 10 is 8 liters per minute that flow through. Must. That's how I've set it now. Okay, now let's move on to the parameter settings. For that, I'll turn the machine on. First of all, I want to weld the fillet weld. For that, I have set it to 120 amps and 21.5 volts. If you're not comfortable with that, down here, press the U button and then you can adjust the voltage into the minus range or into the plus range. And then confirm twice again. And then we would have up here 18.5 volts, 120 amps. But I want to weld with 20 volts, so back up with it. And oscillate. Okay, then I'll get started with the welding. And you can. Well, take a look. Beautiful, even seam, so amazing. Good wire feed, pulled through without any problems. So, an incredible device. I'm really impressed for a hobby machine. So, it's really brilliant. I mean, what you can already do with this device, I'm really curious to see how it goes with the other welding processes. TIG and aluminum, but I'll present those to you in the other videos. So, this part is definitely amazing already. The vertical download. Shown from top to bottom. Now let's take a look at the root. So nicely welded through. Right. So this also works without any problems. Amazing. Brilliant. In between, we naturally have to clean our torch as well. For that, just unscrew the cap. Sometimes just tapping it is enough. But in any case, this scaling here, that definitely needs to be removed. Ideally, with a small wire brush like this, I'm going to get one of those too. And you can, of course, also do it right here with the wire brush. Just take your time, clean it thoroughly, and make sure to get in there a bit, making sure everything is nice and clean. Very nice and clean. Put the gas nozzle back on. Spray it briefly with our release spray, not too much. And now the torch is ready to go again. So, my conclusion, this is amazing. The machine welds down, up, left, right. I think you can do all positions wonderfully with this machine. Hardly any wire issues, so it's great. Unbeatable for the price, so I'm thrilled. I hope you're just as thrilled with your device as I am. Good, yeah. That's it for today once again. And I'd say what's left now is mag aluminum. Aluminum? Nonsense. MAG aluminum. Stupid me. MIG aluminum, of course. We need inert gases for aluminum. And then next, we'll also do TIG. And then for the grand finale, TIG aluminum with a DC inverter machine. Our Parkside PMSG 200A1. I hope you'll all tune in then. See ya. Take care. Subscribe if you liked it. And of course, I'm always open to criticism. And I actually welcome it. Yeah, I mean, everyone makes mistakes. Maybe I forgot to mention something or whatever. So write it in the comments, whether it's positive or negative. And then I'd say, go for it and give it a try. And then until next time, bye.